Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Charlie Hurt. That was a good drive. Did you see that drive, Charlie?
Oh, yeah. It's the best. I mean, and you want to know why Democrats are broken? That's why Democrats are broken. That guy has completely broken them, and they have no idea even how to respond at any level. And you know what's really frustrating is somebody who's covered politics for a long time. They've always been this ridiculous. They've been this ridiculous, I would say, probably since Bill Clinton was in the White House. And it took Donald Trump to come along with a new set of eyes and expose them for all of it. And now it's so obvious that even other Democrats are starting to realize that the party is a party of ridiculous, fundamentally unserious people. The only luck they ever had was Barack Obama was like this sort of was a popular plaything that the press loved, and he managed to paper over all of their problems. But I mean, seriously, Spartacus is suddenly standing up for police? What happened to the 2 years of fires around the country that were all promoted by this clown and all the clowns in his party? They hated police like 10 minutes ago. Now he's standing up. He also needs to probably hit the gym. Maybe he and Swalwell could go on a diet together and hit the gym. You know, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I would be totally in favor of Gutfeld taking him up on that challenge.
Yeah.
Except because, could you imagine? It would be so great to get rid of him. But the thing is, he's a liar, and everybody knows he's a liar. Gutfeld would bench press him, and then he wouldn't leave. He would still he would stick around.
Have you seen Gutfeld with his shirt off?
No, I haven't. I'm sure you have. You and Larry Kudlow have.
I hate to admit it, but I saw some tabloid photos of him in Miami, and there is no way he could outbench Swalwell. There's no way. I kind of want Swalwell to outbench him so Gutfeld leaves Fox, but that's just it's very mean of me to say.
But we could train him up.
Yeah, we should have Tyrus train him, right? We have Tyrus train him.
Put him on steroids. I think, short people on steroids, it goes right to their muscles. It's not like he can get taller.
I'll just inject Greg with something, and we'll put him out there, and we'll have Swalwell leave office. Problem solved. But
but he's not going to because he's a liar.
He is a liar.
He lies about everything.
Just like he never slept with Fang Fang.
Right.
The way Trump is doing this, and you make a great point about how the media's always been ridiculous, but now they're being exposed. This guy goes out with every camera in the world and just rips a drive right down the middle. And this is at his own course. And then he hosts the British Prime Minister at his own castle. He's not even in America. He's got his own castle in the other prime minister's country. And then he comes back here, signs like 3 trade deals, and then says, you know what, we're going to have the G20 at Doral. And we're going to make everybody in the media come to Doral, and I'm going to impress them with my great club, and we're going to sign more trade deals. I don't care what you thought about Barack Obama. He kept the press away from the golf course. He was embarrassed when he swung the club.
He wanted them there for when he was sleeping on the beach, but not when he was embarrassing himself.
Right, he was body surfing.
It's really interesting. Politicians, their first rule is to never spend political capital on somebody else. And it's also to never take risks where you might embarrass yourself. It's like a lawyer. You never ask a question you don't know the answer to. And Donald Trump has thrown all those rules out the window. He spends political capital to get things done on things other than just himself. And it's amazing what you can accomplish if you've got the guts to do what he does. But the other thing is he doesn't care about risk. He eats risk for breakfast, and he just goes out there and he could shank it into the woods or shank it into the ocean, right. But that's not the way he lives.
Right.
He lives every moment like I'm going to make this moment count. And he's right about all these things. And Democrats he has broken them. They are completely broken.
Well, Charlie, it's risk
I think even after
takers
he's gone,
and entrepreneurs that have made this country. The risk takers, the tinkerers, the guy that placed big bets and won.
Yes.
People like that make this country America, and the Democrats have no idea what that's like. All right, Charlie Hurt, we're going to go.
The founders would recognize him.
That's right, and they'd be impressed. And we're going to go find some juice and stab Greg with a needle and see if he can outbench Swalwell. Good idea.
I can't wait.
No testing. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.